Good morning. Welcome to another vlog. I am sitting here just trying to relax. I have had this is sliding down my face. Hello, excuse me. I've had a little bit of an emotionally taxing past couple of days, I would say. First, let me just mention I'm using the True Botanicals Chibula multi-corrective eye patches. And they are quite gooey, which I appreciate, but that means they're sliding down my face. So I should probably be doing this laying down, but that's okay. That's okay. I've kept these in the fridge and they feel incredible under my eyes. And I really wanted to use something this morning because I have been crying a little bit. On top of my allergies, my eyes just feel really irritated. Oh my gosh, not to start this vlog out on such a down note, but I'm actually preparing for a trip, a very quick trip this weekend. I'm going to a very good friend's father's celebration of life. He passed away, gosh, I think at this point, maybe a month and a half ago. And I mean, I love this friend of mine and I loved his father. He was such a sweet man, such a sweet man. Anyway, so I'm preparing for that. And I'm gonna be driving up to the celebration of life is in Portland, Maine. And I'm gonna be driving up with a whole bunch of friends. I'm flying into the New York City area and we're driving up from there. So, we're gonna make the best of it. We're gonna, have a little road trip out of it. And I hate that this is the reason why we're all getting together, but at least we all have each other. And we're all going to be showing up for our friends. So that's happening this weekend. So my mind has sort of been on that. And I just found out earlier this week that another friend of mine from back in New York, she lost her older brother, who's actually younger than I was. She lost him a few weeks ago. And then just earlier this week, her father passed away. I just can't imagine what she's going through, what her mother is going through. Oh gosh. And just a reminder, I mean, I know you guys are incredible. My viewers are really, really incredible. But just a reminder, you really just don't know what people are going through, what they're dealing with. So be kind. Be kind to one another. And then this morning, my very good friend, another good friend out east, her mother passed away. A few days ago. She had been battling ALS, which is, what's the other name? Is it Lou Gehrig's disease? It's ALS is the term. And she fought for a long time. And my friend was her caretaker. And it's just devastating. It's a devastating disease. And I know it's been really devastating on my friend's life. I mean, she and her mother were very, very good friends, and I know them through knitting. They were very, very good friends. They were very, very close. They were mom and daughter, but they were really, really close. So I know my friend would never consider it an imposition or anything, having to care for her mother. I know she did it, just always, loved doing it, loved spending time with her mom. But it's devastating when you become a caretaker for someone, and it's been so painful. It's been painful to hear about, and I had spent a lot of time with this friend and her mother knitting. They had a home up in Maine. I spent a lot of time in Maine. That's like high knitting country. We spent a lot of quality time together. Just knitting and talking and baking cookies and all sorts of things. And gosh, I'm gonna miss her. So anyway, so that is what's going on. And it's also been just kind of an odd weekend also. So today is actually my husband's birthday. And I think I mentioned this in my last vlog where I was talking about my colonoscopy and how I was really looking forward to my husband's birthday because he ordered some Pat LaFrida burgers and we're gonna have burgers, and I like to make these homemade fries. I found this great recipe, Anyway, he placed the order and he placed it so that it would arrive the day before his birthday, and then we would make them on his birthday, and that was going to be our big lunch. And he got a notification from UPS that the delivery is going to be delayed because of inclement weather. I guess, I don't know, there's something between New Jersey, where Pat LaFrida is, and Las Vegas. Something must have happened. So I don't know where these burgers are. I'm pretty sure UPS isn't going to make a special delivery on the weekend for these. I mean, I hope they do. So it's going to be a couple of days until we get these burgers. Hopefully they're still good. I don't know. But anyway, my husband got the notification yesterday and I told him, well, come up with a backup plan. And, last night, I didn't feel like, heating up chicken or something. And so I said, well, it's your birthday weekend. Is there somewhere you want to go? And pizza. He really wanted Sicilian pizza. So we went and got that last night. And then today, I'm like, let me know what you want to do for your birthday. So I know the first thing the only thing he wants to do is stay in bed. So he's still upstairs in bed. He's snuggling with Butters. But I did end up getting him this big balloon. I have to show you guys. This is so silly. Look at this. I don't know if you can tell how big the balloon is, but it's about 3 feet tall. And it's funny. So I got this particular balloon for him because I'm driving to the supermarket and I'm like, I just want to get him like a goofy balloon and, a silly little card. I got him these flowers or whatever. And I was thinking in the car, because my husband, he's a Taurus, and in Chinese astrology, we were both born in the year of the ox, and my husband exhibits a lot of Taurian traits. He can be very stubborn. So anyway, that's his thing. And I was driving to the supermarket and I was like, I've never seen this. Usually they have those little like happy birthday balloons, it's just some confetti. Sometimes it's like for kids. Sometimes there's like a Mickey Mouse or some sort of shape. Hello Kitty I've seen. And I was like, I don't know. I hope today they have some sort of like cow or ox or bull or something. And I walk in and there's this giant holy cow balloon. So I had to get it. So anyway, last night I was telling you, we went out for pizza, and when we got home, it was probably, I don't know, close to 9ish or whatever. And we were actually outside, bringing garbage cans in, checking the mail or whatever. And so by the time we settled into the house, it was probably around 9 o'clock. All of this will become pertinent information in just a second. It's around 9 o'clock. So anyway, get ready for bed, go upstairs, and my phone rings. My phone never rings past, 3 p.m. My phone rings, and it's the guard gate to our community. And usually when the guard calls, it's we have a visitor that's not on the list, or we have a delivery and they're not in like a delivery truck. Sometimes they use like a third-party vendor, whatever. Anyway, so I pick up thinking it's going to be UPS and it's going to be the burgers. So that was my first thought. So I pick up the phone. I'm like, hello. And the guard basically tells me that there is an intruder in the neighborhood. And this intruder actually scaled the wall of our neighbor's property, ended up in our neighbor's yard. Their security system, went off, scared the intruder to jump over another wall into my yard. And now this intruder has since jumped another wall onto the public street, got into a getaway car, and has driven off. But they were calling to see if my security system had, any footage or whatever. So we couldn't really see anything. The person had like a hoodie on and it was pulled down really, really far. So couldn't really get that much information off of it. Anyway, everyone is fine. No one got hurt. Nothing was broken into. Thank God for all of our security systems, and everyone's video cameras everywhere nowadays. And we think that we can get the license plate off of the getaway car, even though it's on a public street. There's cameras out there as well. So anyway, I'll update you if anything happens, but that happened last night. And that was right after, we learned the burgers weren't coming. And I was like, God, this is such a weird day. This has become such a weird day because that doesn't usually happen in our neighborhood. And yeah, it was really bizarre. So anyway, I didn't end up going to bed until very, very late because I went outside. I was like checking our yard. I was like, oh, maybe they dropped something. Maybe that could help. No, it didn't find anything. I checked again this morning because it was dark last night. I checked again this morning in case I missed anything. Couldn't find anything. But last night I was out there. I was talking to the security guards and talking to my neighbor and everything. And yeah, so I didn't get to bed until really late. I was also like excited isn't the word, but with all that activity, I was kind of like amped up a little bit. So I didn't get to bed until really late. Woke up this morning, super puffy. Super puffy, super irritated, and then I got the text about my friend's mother passing. It's just been emotionally taxing this past week. Just so much loss. So anyway, that's the life update over here. Well, I'm going to enjoy these eye patches. I probably have a couple more minutes here with these on. What do they say? 10, 15 minutes. Oh, they've definitely been on for 10, 15 minutes. Probably closer to 30 minutes. Definitely a lot less puffy, my goodness. Let me just read to you what the box says. It's a multi-corrective treatment that targets 5 signs of aging with breakthrough ingredient Chibula. Now, if you guys don't know or don't remember, the True Botanicals Chibula Active Serum is one of my favorite serums. It's so good. It says in just 15 minutes, the eye area is flooded with hydration for plumping and smoothing benefits. Powered by Chibula, coffee extract, and sodium hyaluronate. Really smooth. Oh, I'm so glad I tried these. I was gonna go straight for my 111 Skin, the cryo depuffing eye patches that I always use, but I had these in the fridge and I was like, oh, let me try something different. I'm glad I did. These are very nice. All right, yeah, I'm gonna sit here and just kind of decompress a little bit, I guess, and I'm gonna think back on my friend's mom. We really spent a lot of time together knitting, and she knit a lot of my designs, and they looked so beautiful on her. She's such a beautiful knitter. And I was spinning a lot back then too. I was spinning yarn, like turning wool into actual yarn. So I was spinning a lot back then too, and kind of got them into it. And so we started talking about that a lot and doing that together too. And gosh, I haven't done any spinning or knitting in a long time, in a really long time. This could be the little bit of kick that I need to pick up my needles again, or my wheel, or my spinning wheel. Anyway, yeah, I'm gonna go. I'm just gonna relax a little bit, center myself a little bit, and I'll be back. Well, guys, the burgers that my husband ordered from Pat LaFrida to arrive 4 days ago just arrived. They had some shipping delays at UPS due to, I believe, inclement weather. That was at least what was on the tracking information. And my husband, he contacted Pat LaFrida just to see if there was any recourse, because shit happens. And they're actually sending out a whole nother box, which is gonna arrive tomorrow. So this is the old meat, and oh yeah. I was like, if it's cold, it's, it's kind of, I don't know, I feel like we should just throw this away. Like the ice in here is completely, it's like kind of cool to the touch, and we're getting a whole nother box tomorrow, so I think we should just toss this just to be on the safe side. It's such a waste though, what a shame. He did also get hot dogs since summer is coming. I'm gonna call it. My husband really does not like waste, and he's gonna be like, maybe we should just try. I'm gonna be like, no. So I'm gonna call it. I'm going to dispose of this. Oh well. So instead of these burgers, because we wanted to do this for his birthday, which was a couple days ago at this point, I said, what's your backup plan? We don't have the burgers. What do you want to do? So my husband, who's half Puerto Rican, half Dominican, he really misses Puerto Rican, Dominican food because in New York, plentiful. You can go up to Washington Heights. I mean, plenty. And we actually had a favorite place on 8th Avenue, just below 14th Street, but that closed. So anyway, there just aren't aren't any in Vegas. There's one Puerto Rican restaurant, which is actually very far from where we live. And so we decided to go there. It was like a special voyage it's called Sofrito Rico. So we went there and we basically got the same thing. We both got pernil, white rice, pink beans. They didn't have black beans, which would have been our first choice, but they have pink beans. And then I got a side of fried yuca. So good. So good. But yeah, there's a few like Caribbean type places around here. There's one Jamaican restaurant, but that cuisine is like quite different. And then there's a couple of Cuban restaurants. And even that, while it's very similar, it's very close to like Puerto Rican and Dominican cuisine, it's still not the same. So yeah, we have to go up to Sofrito Rico if we want that kind of like Puerto Rican pernil dish, which we got, and it was delicious. I was full. We had basically like a late lunch. I was full through dinner, and then I woke up the next day full. That's how much pernil I ate. But it was delicious. It was really, really good. But that's definitely something like whenever my husband and I go back to New York together, we always try and hit like a Dominican or Puerto Rican place. But yeah, just not enough. Maybe if anyone out there is watching and you feel like opening up a restaurant in Vegas, because there's so many restaurants here, you think that we are like needing nothing. We need Puerto Rican, Dominican restaurants here in Vegas. So if anyone is watching that's in the restaurant biz, looking maybe to break into Vegas or lives here already, Puerto Rican, Dominican food, for sure. That is missing. Okay, well, let me sit down. So I am freshly showered. I didn't blow dry my hair. I'm not putting makeup on today because I'm basically gonna take today to finish editing a video and just sit down and kind of plan out my month ahead, because it's the beginning of the month. When are you guys seeing this? Yeah, I think it's the beginning of May. I'd like to sit down and try and create a little bit of a content calendar. It's hard to stick to because things pop up or whatever, or things happen. But I've been doing it the past few months, and it's really, really helpful just to put in that time in the beginning, and then I have something to refer to for the rest of the month. And yeah, it's just something I've never done. For as long as I've been on YouTube, it's just something I've never really done. Mishmas is probably the closest I get to like planning out, or at least like getting some video ideas together, even if I'm not planning out like the dates that they're gonna go up. So yeah, this is the first time, the first time I'm doing this. So that's what I'm gonna do today. So nothing terribly exciting. My hair looks really not great. Sometimes it looks okay when I don't blow it dry, but today it looks, I don't know. When I don't blow dry, it just like looks greasy. And then you think once it's air dried, it's gonna look a little puffier. No, it looks just as heavy and greasy. Anyway, I should probably just tie it back. So I was talking to you guys about all of the passings of my friends' families, and I was actually just texting back and forth with the group of friends that I'm going to be going up to Portland, Maine for a celebration of life this weekend. I was just chatting back and forth with them, and you know, these are my friends that are at Greenwood Lake, and I just love them so much. So I'm so happy to be seeing them, but I just hate that it's for this occasion. But we're gonna be basically doing like a little bit of a caravan between Greenwood Lake and Portland, Maine. And we're gonna be staying at the Press Hotel, which I love. It used to be like newspaper offices, and I think they had a big press, you know, downstairs or whatever. And if you guys have never been to Portland, Maine, it is such a great little city. It's more like a big town. It has like a big town feel, but they have so many amazing restaurants. And I always wondered why. And the last time I was in Portland, Maine, and the reason why I've spent a lot of time in Portland, Maine is because, you know, I used to work in the knitting industry, and that is like high knitting land. So I've spent a lot of time in Portland, Maine, and I also enjoy it. So I've gone up there just for fun too. But they have such great restaurants. And the last time I went, I asked a waiter, I was like, you guys have amazing restaurants in Portland. Like, why is that? It's so like fascinating to me because it is just kind of a very small city, big town, and basically it's all the people who've gone to some culinary. There's like a very big culinary school, I believe in Rhode Island, or even CIA, the big Culinary Institute of America. Like New York and Boston, so hard to break into, so they end up going basically to Portland, Maine. Like it's turned into this whole scene, restaurant scene, and it is incredible, incredible. If you guys have any inkling to go to Maine, which I know is very far for most people in the United States or in the world, like it's not easy to get to, and it's very, very up north. If you can make a trip out of going to Portland, Maine, and then Belfast, Maine, which is up the coast a little bit, you will not regret it. Belfast is another place that just has some really incredible food, just really incredible food. And also in Belfast, Maine, they apparently do a lot of ship repairs. So a lot of boats that cross the Atlantic, they go to Belfast first to kind of like, I don't know, get like spruced up, almost get like a tune-up on their ships. So, I mean, we're talking like small luxury, like yachts up to like very large ships. And so there ends up being like a lot of celebrities in Belfast, Maine, because they bring their, you know, their fancy pants boats from, I don't know, from like, I'm making stuff up now, but from like, you know, the French Riviera or whatever, but they come up and they come to Belfast, Maine. I think it's also cheaper to like dock your boat up there, so it makes sense for them to come all the way up, because as soon as you get further down the shore, it gets very, very expensive to like fix and dock your boat and everything. So they come to Belfast, and I think Belfast is like known for it. So anyway, it's such an interesting town. It's so, so beautiful. So beautiful. I probably wouldn't recommend going there in the winter time, because especially in Belfast, if you get caught in any kind of storm, it's like an ice storm. It's not even, it's like they jump snow. They jump that like nice fluffy white snow into just like ice, and it's harsh. It's really harsh, but it's so beautiful if you can go like in the fall. Ugh, it's so, so lovely. And when my husband and I were, you know, just playing around with the idea of moving away from New York, we were thinking, well, where could we go? I really wanted to go to Portland, Maine, but there just isn't, it's not like this booming, you know, like financial industry there for my husband. And he's like, yeah, we could move here. He's like, I don't know if I'd be able to find a job. But anyway, we ended up here. We ended up here in Las Vegas. So by the time you see this, I'll be in Portland, Maine, and like on my way back, like traveling back already. So anyway, that was a rough day when I got all the news of, you know, my friend's mother passing or whatever. So I haven't really vlogged in a couple of days. So I'm back. I really kind of like sat with myself and just like thought back to all the memories that I have of my friend and her mom and spending time together and all the knitting that we would do. And her mom really, really loved dessert. And yeah, one of the last gifts I sent over to her was during Christmas time. I sent her a big basket from Zingerman's in Ann Arbor, Michigan. And it was just full of like cookies. And my friend was like, you have no idea how much she enjoyed that. And it was actually really good timing. I mean, inadvertently on my part, but you know, she died of ALS, and it affected her whole throat area. And so kind of soon after she got that basket from me, she, you know, stopped being able to swallow, and she had like a feeding tube. So my friend just, you know, she was so thankful, and I was so glad I was able to do that for her. But, you know, life. Butters, what are you doing? I think she wants to play. I hear a little scuffling of her paws. All right, I'm gonna get back to editing, and I'll be back in a bit. I had to do it. I had to order a pull-up bar. So you guys know, one of my goals, it was actually a goal for 2024. It has now transferred into 2025, but one of my goals was, fitness goals, was to do one unassisted pull-up. Just one. Just one with no help. And the last I want to say I did back today at the gym. I did back last week and the week before, and I wasn't able to use the assisted pull-up machine. It's a little inconvenient when someone is on the assisted pull-up machine for me to try and do assisted pull-ups. So, you know, with the machines or whatever, there's like a bar that goes across. Like I could get up on that, like I'd have to roll a box over or whatever. Anyway, it's usually really crowded because these bars are like in between machines. And then my trainer's always like, all right, well, we'll just do like lat pull downs, which is kind of basically the same thing, but in the other direction. I'm pulling something down instead of trying to pull myself up. And I was like, you know what? I don't feel like I'm really learning the movement. It's like an ATV in our neighborhood. There's like a very specific motion and movement to propel yourself into a pull-up. And when you use one of those assisted pull-up machines, like you never really have to engage that. I mean, that's the point, right? They're assisting you. So you never really learn that motion like truly. So if you get a pull-up bar and you just get like, I don't know, like a different kind of assistance, I feel like I'll be able to get there faster. So anyway, wow, that was a really, really long-winded way of saying that I ordered a pull-up bar contraption, like one of the, it looks like a frame. And then I ordered these straps that you can tie to the bar, and then you can like put your foot in, and then it has this like elastic, you know, it's kind of like weighted. It basically tells you like about approximately like what the poundage assistance is. And I think, yeah, I just feel like this is gonna help me a little bit more. First, what I should do is go into our gym, our dedicated gym here, which I don't use very often, admittedly. And it's become a bit of a storage room. So we have all of our like home equipment in here, which is that buzzing, if you hear that in the background. And then we've got free weights, a treadmill, a rower, and then all of my shipping stuff, which really kind of got crazy. This is also where I sit and meditate, by the way. I have some PR in here. This isn't good. So I need to clean this up. I don't know, I kind of envisioned, where did I envision this thing? Maybe over here. That's way too much stuff to pick up. Maybe I'll set it up over there. I just need to move around my merch and some of the packing stuff. Oh, I guess I could put it over here too. So I have a little bench there. And I mainly use it to just sit on and put my sneakers on. But yeah, when I do work out at home, I'll use the free weights and I'll use the bench. Sometimes I'll use the treadmill. I haven't used my rower lately, but yeah, maybe I can put it in this back corner and just move the bench over here, which I think is actually probably a better place for it anyway. I'm reading through the installation notes, and I think I need my husband's help because I've got to stand up that big thing and like take pins out, and I think I need more than like 2 hands. We're gonna put this on pause, and maybe when I come back, it'll be all set up. Wanna say hi to your fans? My mom got that ball for her. She loves it. It's got little hearts in there. Can you see the little cutouts? So cute. Yes, baby. What do you smell? What do you smell? Okay. You want to play volley? Let's play volley. Good morning. I think I left you with that pile of pieces for my pull-up bar yesterday. I worked out my back yesterday, and it was so sore. And I don't usually get sore that quickly, but I was so sore. And when my back is sore, it just makes me feel like I'm sick. You know how your back hurts when you have a fever or you've just been laying in bed for too long or whatever. Anyway, it just always kind of reminds me of that. So I was just kind of poopy the rest of the day. And I actually woke up this morning and my husband had put it together. So when I get back home, I will show you. But I had to go to the gym this morning. We did legs. So now my entire body is completely sore. I have no control over any of my limbs. But I am here for my nail appointment. I'm a little bit early because I just came straight from the gym and you had to go home in between whatever. It wouldn't make sense. So I'm here a little bit early and gonna get my nails done. And since I'm going to a somber event this weekend, I'll continue with like the walnut brown or the black or something. So I did some different moves today for my legs. So I'm really interested to see what muscles are gonna be sore. But anyway, I'll be back after my nail appointment. Hello, I'm back from getting my nails done. I just went with my walnut brown again because I wanted to keep it kind of somber, kind of plain. Last week, I don't think I've even talked about this, I got like a chrome finish over my walnut brown. So it was like looked like a dark, I don't know, like a gunmetal over this walnut brown. It looked really cool, but I didn't want to do anything like too funky for this weekend. So, I wanted to show you guys the pull-up bar. I was so excited that my husband put this together. I usually, as you guys know, I usually put stuff together. I like doing that sort of thing, but yeah, my back was just hurting and I thought I'll just do it later. And he was like, oh, I did it. Here it is. Here it is. I do wish, this is my one issue because I did try this out already. Now I have to put the bench down there so I can stand on it and get my feet in there. So the handlebars for the pull-up is pretty close to the actual frame, which keeps it very stable, which is, for safety reasons, great. But because I'm hanging so close to the frame, my whole body is pretty close to the frame. So when when I have my feet in the hammocks here, basically this whole thing, like these D-rings and everything, they end up like scratching against this part of the frame. And it's not, I'm still gonna use it. It's just kind of annoying. Like it scrapes against there. Whatever, what am I gonna do? I know they have other ones where the handles like come out further. Like with everything kind of just closer to the frame, it just seemed like, you would need less stabilization down there, and there's plenty of stabilization here. So I think this is safer, it's fine. It's exactly what I was looking for. I didn't need anything fancy or whatever. I'm just using this for pull-ups and to do like dead hangs, and that's it. That's it. So anyway, should I demonstrate for you? This is gonna be kind of embarrassing. I can do like a couple pull-ups with these straps. These have like weight to them, resistance to them. So they help you like spring back up basically. So here, let me show you how they work. So I'm just gonna stand on the bench, grab the bars, and then one by one, put my feet in here. So one and the second one, and see how these D-rings kind of catch on that frame. That's what I was talking about, but I'm able to do a couple here with the assistance of these ropes. So it's just a little, a little wonky with that, that part of the frame, but it's okay. It's like I can still do them and it's fine. And the goal is not to have to use those straps. And I figure that'll give me more motivation to get rid of those straps if they're running up and down that frame there. So yay, I'm excited. I'm excited to have that here because like I mentioned yesterday or earlier in this vlog, like when that machine is taken at the gym, it's almost like I have no other option. So it'll be nice not to have to depend on that machine at the gym. And my husband's second box of burgers, which we were hoping would arrive by now so that we could have them for lunch, they haven't arrived yet. And he got an update from UPS saying that they'll arrive maybe around 4. And I actually have a lot of stuff to do today, so I don't know that we'll have them today. It really just depends on when they arrive. So I'm actually appearing on Sophia Sees Beauty's channel today on a live with All Feisty with Jennifer. So the 3 of us are gonna be on Sophia's channel, which is so exciting. So I'm doing that later, and then right after that, I have to run to our local casino, the M Resort here, because I was invited to this Camp Be More, I think it is, Camp Be More. and it is focused on perimenopause and menopause issues. So doctors are going to be speaking, wellness people are going to be speaking. I think there's even a makeup artist who's going to be there to show like beauty tips or whatever. I don't know that I'm going to go to all of the things. There are 2 doctors that I've actually listened to quite a bit on podcasts on YouTube, and they're going to be at this, shall we say, menopause retreat. So I'm excited to hear them speak. I would love to just kind of get more in-depth information on there. And the pre-registration is tonight, and then tomorrow and the next day, there's like all the talks and speakers and everything. That's when all of that is happening. So Lori Hill, who is also invited to go, she and I are going to go pre-register tonight because we both live very, very close to this local casino that it's happening at the M Resort. So super lucky. And then Risa's going to join us, I believe, tomorrow. She's only going to come down for one day because Risa lives like on the other side of town. So it's not an easy like back and forth drive for her. So she's just going to come for one day, and I think she's coming tomorrow. Maybe it's the next day. So that's what I'm going to be doing this evening, the live stream, and then pre-registration. That's it for now. I'm going to shower because I've been out since leaving for the gym early this morning. I'm going to shower. I'm going to film a video, and hopefully the burgers will be here. It'll be like the perfect day to have some nice, juicy burgers because I did 2 hard workouts in a row yesterday and today. So it'll be really nice timing, but no matter, if not today, then tomorrow. Look what just arrived. So that is our fresh box of Pat LaFrida meat. So we are going to, maybe in about an hour, basically have a late lunch, early dinner, and grill up those burgers. I'll make my French fries. So that gives me just enough time to film before we do that. And it's just bustling in the house today. Our pool man is here. I love when he comes because for about a half a day, the pool is completely clean. Sometimes not even for that long, but he is here. And also our HVAC company is here. This is a whole pile of filters. So twice a year we have our HVAC company come and they change out all of the filters in our house basically. So it's, all the vents and everything, they'll have filters sitting on top of them. So change it all out twice a year. So this change out is the big one because we'll be cranking up the AC very, very soon. Like it's gonna be going a lot soon. So wanted to get that done. So yeah, lots of stuff going on around the house. All right, let me go film and then we can do the burgers and the fries. I'm so excited. And then that'll give me enough time to jump on the live with Sophia and Jennifer. Well, I just finished filming my video, which you guys will have seen. It's my 5-minute go-to summer makeup look. And Credo Beauty is having their friends and family 20% off sale. I believe it's still going on when you see this. And yeah, I decided to use products that are available at Credo so you guys can get 20% off. So I forgot that they had this friends and family sale, and it's always around the Sephora sale. So I think they kind of spaced it out this year. So anyway, it kind of snuck up on me. So when I thought to do this video, I just had the concept. I didn't have any of the makeup products, the actual makeup products that I wanted to use. And so when I heard about the sale, I was like, why don't I go ahead and use the products that are available at 20% off? I am so excited to make burgers and fries, so excited. It's definitely gonna be kind of a weird time for me to eat, but I do wanna eat before I have to go live with Sophia and Jennifer. So I've got a couple of hours. I think what I'll do, because burgers don't take long to make at all. The only thing that may take a while are these French fries. So I found this crazy recipe the last time we did this, which I can't believe was a year ago, but the last time we did this, and it's like this double fry situation. So you flash fry them really quickly, and then you let them dry out, and then you fry them again. But you do it in batches, you have to do it in batches. I don't know what the batch the thought behind or the science behind doing them in really small batches. Maybe it's to keep the temperature of the oil more steady. That's my guess. But anyway, so you do them in these small batches and then you have to let them dry out or whatever. So it just takes a while. All right, we're gonna double fry these French fries. Okay, I've got them soaking in cold water and they need to soak for 30 minutes. So I forgot, a while ago, I got this, sorry, it's like a stainless steel pot, basically. It's got this basket inside. So you're meant to use this as like a deep fryer. It's got a lid. Okay, so now I'm gonna just drain the French fries. They've been soaking for about 30 minutes. And then you wanna dry them like really, really well. So I've laid out some paper towels. I'm gonna take some more paper towels and really pat them dry. It's about half. Okay, so I'll do 2 batches. I've been waiting for the oil to heat to 300. Is that wow, it's at 312. Okay, let me lower the heat and put the first batch in. Oops, I forgot to record, but I just stuck the first batch in. And I think I need to let it sit there for 4 to 5 minutes. All right, it's been about 4.5 minutes. I'm gonna use tongs to lift that up. And then grab this. I set this bowl right here to catch any dripping. And then I'm gonna pour these fries out. So now I'm gonna turn up the heat. For the second frying, it has to go up to 400 degrees. Yes, it hit 400. Second batch. Second batch done. God, look at that golden, perfectly golden color. My husband also just magically appeared with cupcakes from the Cupcakery. So that one is peanut butter. He got that for me. And then he likes vanilla. So vanilla cake, vanilla frosting. 3 for him, 1 for me. I'm going in for a fry. They're really good. They're really good. I think it is the double frying. I think that's the secret. Okay, I'm going in for burger. Oh, yes. So good. If you want to make burgers at home, order Pat LaFrieda burgers. Oh my God. And these are just the standard ones, but he has different like different cuts or whatever, like fancier ones or whatever. We always just get like the basic burger. Oh my God, it's so good. I just got done with the live with Sophia and All Feisty, Jennifer. It was so much fun. It was so great. However, 2 things. Do not eat a large meal before you go live. I was digesting, so I was like a little uncomfortable as I was sitting there. And I just do my lives from where I film, but to sit there for like 2 hours, I don't usually film for that long. I'll film maybe the longest has been 2 hours, but normally not that long. And I just sit on this stool with no back, and my I don't want to say my back is like killing me, but it, feels a little tight. And it's a plastic stool, so my butt is sweaty. Like I need to figure out a different live situation. Even Butters joined us on the live today. Hi, baby. How was school? How was school today? So I think I mentioned earlier today that I was going to go to the M Resort and Casino to pre-register. But Lori is not feeling well. I actually feel really badly. She contacted me earlier today and said that, she kind of felt like she was coming down with something, but she thinks she's fine. But now she just does not feel well. So I'm not gonna go pre-register without her. I'm just gonna go to regular registration tomorrow. So yeah, so my day is done. My day is done. I think my husband's gonna have cherry pie. That's gonna be his dessert for the evening. It looks like it just fell apart. And then I'm gonna have a cupcake. And then I think we should go for a walk. We should do something. Peanut butter smells so good. I love peanut butter. So I don't know if anyone has ever shown you the proper and correct way to eat a cupcake, but it is as following. You rip the bottom off. And you put it on top and you make a sandwich. That's the proper way to eat a cupcake. Good morning. morning. I am up and at 'em this morning. I've showered, I've dressed and everything. It is, what time is it? 6:45. And I am getting ready to go to Camp Be More, which is that menopause conference. And I mentioned this before. I'm going to be meeting Lori and Risa there. Registration is between 8 and 9. And then there isn't like a hard and fast schedule, which I found fascinating. They have like, this is the schedule. From 8 to 9 is registration, and then something like from 9 to 12 is like morning sessions, and then lunch break, and then after lunch break for the afternoon, there's like afternoon sessions. That's it. That's as detailed as it gets. So there's like 2 or 3 doctors that I specifically want to see, and one is today, and I believe 2 are tomorrow. So hopefully I'll catch them this morning, because I have to leave at lunchtime to come back and work and do more work. I can't be there all day. So I hope the doctor I want to see is speaking this morning. I don't know. I'm just going to go with it. All right, guys, I'm all set for the day. I just put on some light makeup. I put on the Sarah Creole concealer, and I'm sorry, I would have filmed this, but there was a landscaper like right outside of my filming area, and the leaf blowing was really loud and really intense. So I was like, let me just share with you when I'm done. So Sarah Creole concealer, the Chanel Inimitable waterproof mascara. My God, it's so hard for me to get out. And if you watch tomorrow's video, you'll see a big Chanel haul. I also have the Chanel Noche Moscata lip gloss on. It's their Rouge Cocoa Gloss. And these things I mentioned in last week's Chanel video that I really wanted to get. I did pick them up, so definitely stay tuned for tomorrow's video. I did also put on the Chanel Jersey Blush. I have thoughts on that. I have the RMS bronzer on, the one that I talked about in Thursday's video. Oh, and I have Mob Beauty eyeshadow on. That is it. Did I share with you my outfit of the day? I just put on this Prada t-shirt, my We Are For pleated skirt, and then I threw on my white Prada mules. I actually posted an Instagram reel asking you guys if I should wear these white mules or if I should wear the tobacco brown ones. And I put a poll up, and it's so strange. I can't actually figure out how to see the results of the poll, but many of you actually just commented down below on the reel. So what I could see, I mean, it seems like very much everyone voted for the white. So I put the white on, and then I will be wearing my Prada bomber jacket because it is always cold in these casinos. And if not, for whatever reason, I just have this short sleeve shirt on underneath. And then I was like, oh, I don't know if this will go with my t-shirt. I don't care. I love, love, love this Loewe Madrid bag. And I'm thinking about doing like a detailed look at this bag and my experience with this bag, and if there are any cons or whatever, because I know this is already sold out, their first delivery, and I believe you can maybe put your name down for a pre-order. So I thought I would kind of share with you like some close-ups and everything and my experience, just so you guys know like whether or not you even want to bother doing the whole pre-order thing. So yeah, let me know down below if you would like that video. I can definitely do that. You know how much I love talking about handbags. Okay, so I think that's it. Oh, sad news. Lori is sick. I think I mentioned this yesterday because we were gonna go pre-register, and then she was like not feeling well, and I thought, oh, you know, no big deal. We'll just go tomorrow. She feels worse today. I'm so sad. So it's gonna be me and Risa, and I told her I'd be meeting her actually very soon, so I should go right now and not miss registration. So I will see you guys there. Hey, I'm back from Can't Be More. I stayed for basically 2 speakers. So Shailene Johnson is basically the woman who put this whole thing together. She was in the fitness space for a really, really long time and got out of that and, basically went through like a transformation. So she shared, highlights from her journey, which was so, so incredible. She's actually got a pretty huge YouTube channel here. So if you are interested in following her and getting some of her insights, she is, a woman who's gone through it all, perimenopause, menopause, the whole thing, and is in postmenopause. And then the doctor that I want you to see speak today luckily spoke first. Her name is Dr. Mary Claire Haver. And she is wonderful. So I'm just gonna start flashing some slides here if you may or may not find them helpful, but just, some symptoms and issues, I guess you could say, that we deal with when we do start to lose estrogen along with other hormones and stuff. And it was so eye-opening. And, the few things that I kept seeing over and over again is like protein intake, resistance training, and fiber intake. And fiber is something that I've never focused on, and I really, really need to. So yeah, it was just very eye-opening. And she talked a lot about the medical profession because Dr. Haver is, an OBGYN. She is a medical doctor. And just, the biases and how no one is actually really trained to talk about perimenopause or menopause. And yeah, just really interesting in how you have to advocate for yourself. You have to. It's just systemic. It's systemic, and it starts in our communities growing up, social media in general, just everything, and then going into med school, and then all of that. You just have to advocate for yourself and not be brushed off. Don't gaslight yourself. I think we all do it. So it was really wonderful talk, and it was so empowering. It's something that I think needs to be talked about at a much, much younger age, because perimenopause, she was telling us that you basically start around 35. And I don't think women even think about things like that until they're well into their 40s. And we're really doing a disservice, not talking about it much, or thinking I'm not in there, or really just having this. And I don't have this because I never wanted children. I don't have children. So I've never really considered that part of my identity. But I think because so many women do, and again, we've been brainwashed to think that so much of our value is in being able to procreate, that we really put our heads in the sand when it comes to menopause. All we've equated menopause to is not being able to bear children anymore. And yes, while that is an outcome of what we're going through is so huge. It really is very, very big in a woman's life, health-wise. And it's, we age differently than men. Heart attacks are very prevalent amongst women, but they look very differently from men. Strokes look very differently for women than it does men. So it's very interesting. And I really, really, I beg you guys to, if you haven't, really start looking into what's going on, like what is happening in your body. There's so much information out there now on YouTube, books. If you look up books on menopause, perimenopause, postmenopause, there's really just incredible information out there. And Dr. Mary Claire Haver is really incredible. So anyway, I am back, and I do have to get to work. I do have actually a call soon, which is the main reason why I had to leave. So yeah, I'm gonna get back to work. I'm gonna hop on this call, and I'll be back later. Hello, I didn't go back to Can't Be More this morning. I think I last left you after coming home from yesterday's session, and I was fully planning on going this morning, but I am leaving tomorrow for Portland, Maine, and I just couldn't swing it. I went to the gym this morning, I showered, and then I looked at like what I needed to get done before I left. I still have to pack. I was like, I can't go back there. So I'm kind of bummed. There was a doctor there, Dr. Vonda Wright, that I wanted to see. I wanted to hear speak or whatever, and I just couldn't do it. Just couldn't swing it. So I am here in my closet. I do need to, I almost said film. I am filming right now. I need to pack. So I'm not going to be bringing much because I won't be gone for that long. And I just have to make sure I bring like a black outfit or a black dress. And I think I know the one I'm going to bring. It is this guy. It's super old H&M. I'm sure they don't have it anymore. It does come, what was that? That was a loose thread. It does come with a belt. It has these little belt loops here, but I think I'm going to bring my Celine belt to wear with it and then my Celine bag. I think that'll be really appropriate. Now, this is a pretty thin material. It's short sleeves. I just checked the weather for Portland, Maine. It is cooler and it's probably gonna be kind of rainy the whole time. So this will be great because I can just layer either a cardigan or a blazer on top fairly easily. Probably a cardigan. These sleeves are a little on the looser, bigger side. So I think I'll bring like a black cardigan to layer over this, the belt, the bag, and that'll be the outfit for the service. And then let's see, so I am flying out, so that's day 1. Day 2 is the traveling up there in the car. Day 3 is the service and driving back, and then day 4 I'm flying back. So I need probably 2 outfits I think I can probably get away with. Yeah, like 2 outfits because I just need like 1 travel outfit and then 1 outfit to wear up. All of them have to be comfortable because I'm going to be traveling quite a bit, or at least just like sitting in a car or a plane quite a bit. So what should I bring? I think we are going out to dinner Saturday. I don't think it's fancy though, but just in case, I won't bring jeans. You know what I wish I had? Because I automatically, whenever I travel, I want to pack my Rag & Bone Miramar jeans, you know, the sweatpants that look like jeans, but all of mine are blue. I wish I had a pair of like really ink black Miramar jeans. I think they had like a stonewash gray, but that's still very casual. And I do want to pack 1 gym outfit because the hotel we're staying at, the Press Hotel in Portland, Maine, has a 24/7 gym. I really like to work out a little bit on, you know, these like travels just because there's so much sitting between the plane and the car. So I do want to bring a workout outfit. Let's actually get that out. I think I'm going to bring my Aloe shorts. I love these Accolade shorts. They're super comfortable and they have pockets, which is great, especially if you work out at a hotel because you need your card key and all that stuff. And since these are off-white, I'm going to bring a black t-shirt. I've got my Lululemon t-shirt. I don't think they make these anymore. Or there's like only a couple colors and they're all on like final sale. I'm like, no! And I can't remember what these are called. Anyway, they're just like such a great basic tee with the back seam, that stabilizing back seam that I love. Okay, sports bra and socks. You know, the only issue I have with packing or making sure I pack a workout outfit is the shoes. It's like I have to bring my workout sneakers, which I guess I could wear on the plane. Okay, so 1 workout outfit, that's gonna be plenty. So since I am going to New England, and I think I've been like driving you guys crazy probably with all of my like hang out with Ina Garten dreams and fantasies, but I do have this Quince cotton cardigan, which is so perfect. So I think I'll be able to wear this either on the flight or the car ride because I think this is nice enough, especially if I pair it maybe with not jeans, but pants. You know what I should do actually? Let me text my friend and see the dinner place because I'm fairly certain it's casual. And if it is, I will just bring my Rag & Bone Miramar jeans. But if it's fancy, if it's fancier, then I should pack trousers. Where's my phone? Oh my God, I think I left my phone downstairs. Okay, first of all, I spend so much time and effort looking for my phone every day. Are you guys the same? At least I get my steps in. I really feel like that's what saves me in regards to steps. But holy moly. You guys are gonna laugh, but you'll probably see this in my next vlog. I ordered a crossbody strap for my phone so I can just wear it all the time. I'm so sick of wasting time looking for my phone. And sometimes I have to use the Find My Phone on my computer to get like the sound going, the beep, 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 you know, and so I can locate. Anyway, so stupid. All right, back to the previous conversation. So my friend Matthew, he's telling me that dinner is very casual. It's a jeans, t-shirt kind of place. Okay, you guys, we are in business. The Rag & Bone Miramar jeans are definitely coming. I'm gonna wear those on the flight. Will I wear them the whole time except for the service? Probably. Probably. Is that gross? Hold on. I think also it's gonna be raining there, so I can't do that. I can't do that. I always forget. This is one of those weird things that you never think about. So moving here from New York, which is pretty humid, but most of all, it's just a dirty place. It's dirty, it's gross. And so you never wear things like more. In fact, I would change like halfway through the day when I could, but you would never wear things like back to back. At least I wouldn't. No judgment, but I wouldn't. Here in Vegas, because it's, you know, it's open, it's cleaner, it's dry. I feel like I can wear pants like all week and it's not a big deal. They don't smell, they don't like stain at the bottom, like everything is fine. In New York and where it's like more humid, can't do that. So I'm gonna wear the Rag & Bone and I'm gonna wear my older style because they have the elastic waist, because the newer styles actually have like a button fly closure. So I'll wear this on the plane and then I will probably bring another pair for time outside of the service. Yeah, so I think I'm pretty good. And I just need to pack maybe another like light jacket shirt situation. I'll probably just bring like a white blouse, like maybe my Simone Rocha with the jeans could be like easy dinner wear, and then I'll just wear like I don't know, a cardigan or some sort of like rain jacket or whatever. Yeah, I'm gonna check again, but I think it was like raining the whole time that I'm gonna be there. And Greenwood Lake, rainy the whole time. Okay, all right, well that will definitely determine what I'm gonna bring. But I think I'm in pretty good shape. I don't know if I'm gonna vlog while I'm there. Like, I would like to vlog when I'm with all of my friends and all of that, but it's really just kind of not an appropriate time to be vlogging, like why I'm going and all of that. So I don't think so. I don't think I'm gonna be vlogging. Maybe I'll take some pictures of me and the gang and flash them up in my next vlog. But yeah, so I don't think I'm gonna vlog, which I think is fine. I think that's totally fine. All right, guys, I'm gonna close out this vlog though because it's long. It's much too long. So I'm gonna stop here. I gave you a good idea of what I'm packing for this particular trip. Well, I'll see you guys in tomorrow's video, which is a giant Chanel haul. I know you guys are like here for it. I did that Chanel collection video last Sunday and I talked about things that I wanted to like fill back in regarding my collection, things that maybe I've either decluttered or I've just like thrown away because they were old. So anyway, I fill in a lot of holes and I'm so excited. So definitely tune in for that video, which is coming at you tomorrow. So that's it for this vlog. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. I really appreciate it. Subscribe down below if you haven't already, and I will see you in tomorrow's video.